Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you're very much welcome. My very returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this beautiful cowl neck top. It's a sleeveless cowl neck top. So if this sounds like something that interests you, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get started. Welcome guys. So this is the pattern we'll be needing. It is a basic pattern that can serve as a front or a back. I don't know if you understand that kind of pattern. It's a pattern that can be used as a front or as your back. So this is the length, the armhole, the bust, the waist, and the hip line. So the neckline is 3 by 1.5. This neckline is for the back. So for the front, we'll be alternating this pattern soon. So we just have to cut it out. You cut out your pattern, then after cutting it out, you place it on your fabric, then you cut out your fabric. So whatever you cut, that will serve as your back bodies. So I just hope you understand. And for this top, I'll be using a silk fabric. You can use a duchess, a chiffon, or any material that is soft. I hope you understand. Any material that is soft, like doll face. Now you can use a doll face. So you add your hemming allowance, your sewing allowance, and other allowance to the main fabric. Then this back pattern, from the bust line, I'll be slanting the line just like this, just like the way I'm doing. I'll just slant it. Then after slanting, I will cut that part open. I'll cut the part open. So you cut it very close to the edge. Just know that this pattern does not have any seam allowance or joining allowance. It does not have any allowance. So after cutting it open, you transfer it to your fabric. You just place it on your fabric after cutting it open like this. So you lay your fabric, then you place it on it. So this is my pattern on my fabric. This is it on the fabric. And to know how you will place this, you just have to measure this area over here that I'll be measuring soon. So at least you must have like 8 inches. So from here to this edge is 11 inches. If you don't want it to be too low, you can reduce it to like 7, 8, or 9. So here you just slant this part here, the shoulder part upward. So by slanting this upward, that means that you don't have to cut a facing for your cowl neck top. So this part that is up will serve as the facing. So if you want to cut a facing, you just mark it straight, like from the shoulder tip, you just take it straight down, like where I measured the 11 inches earlier on. So you just make it straight like that. So with that, you will have to cut your facing, but with this method I'm using, I don't have to cut another facing for the front. Then after that, you cut out your pattern by adding your hemming allowance, your seam allowance by the side, and at the armhole area, I don't add seam allowance to the part, to the armhole area. I don't add seam allowance to that part. So if you want the sleeve of the cowl neck top to be like the exact one in the picture, you have to reduce your shoulder measurement. Instead of using your full shoulder measurement, you can reduce it by 2 inches for it to be small like that in the picture. But me, I don't want it to be small, that's why I use the exact measurement. So you notch this part here, that part that is rhyming with the shoulder ending, so we know where the shoulder ends at that part. So this is the pattern, and as you can see, this is how the cowl effect will show. So this is how it will show. This is how it will look like. So this extra part here it will serve as a facing instead of cutting another fabric as your facing. So that will serve as the facing. So I'll just open up the front bodies in this way, and as you can see, this V area that will serve as the facing for this cowl neck top. So this is how it will look like. I'm just trying to place it well on my table to see how it will be and to know the folding that will be inside. So this is how the front will be. So the next thing I'll just do now is to go ahead and lay my back bodies. So I will turn these back bodies, I will turn it over with a bias, then I will join the front bodies together with it. So to join the front bodies together with it, you have to place the back bodies or the front bodies right side facing each other. Then you fold this part. There will be an extra part over here. So any extra part you get here, you fold it to it. You fold it, then you sew. So at least it will have like ½ inch inward or so. So you just fold like that. So that will serve as a covering, kind of, just to flip the front and the back. So you just go ahead now and sew. You hem the armhole area, then you join the side and you hem the lower part of the top. So you hem the armhole area, then you also weave the edges of any part that is showing out. So after doing everything, this is what it looks like. It is very easy to make and it is very simple, just very simple. As I've said earlier, if you don't want your cowl neck to be this deep, you can just use something between 7 to 9, because this is 11 and it looks really low. If you don't want to put on a camisole under it, so if you want it to be higher than this, like to be higher, you can just use 7, 8 or probably 9. So this is it on my body. As you can see, I wore a camisole under it. And if you don't want the sleeve, that is the sleeveless, to be covered this much, if you want to reduce it, you can just reduce it. But I don't want it to be too small, that's why I just use this, my full shoulder measurement. So if you don't want yours to be this like this, you can just reduce it. That is, if your shoulder was 14, you can measure 12. By that, it will reduce it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, for also sharing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.